You want water or Sprite? We have Coke, Diet Coke. What do you want?
Salt.
This is 31-year-old Cristobal Meninguez. He doesn't know it yet, but over the course of a calendar month, authorities have accumulated a bevy of evidence that he attempted to solicit the services of not one, but 12 hired hitmen to assassinate his wife, Tabby Meninguez.
Okay, here you go. 1 salt. Thanks.
During our examination of this footage, we will be analyzing the psychology behind the various interrogation tactics used by the detectives and the overall behavior of Mr. Meninguez.
Could we try to make this quick? I forgot to clock out, and they're going to start charging me for personal use on the suit.
This wasn't the first time Cristobal had been detained in a Santa suit. In 2013, while on the job, Cristobal was arrested at the Searstown Mall in Titusville for pushing an 8-year-old into a Christmas tree after the young boy attempted to sip from a thermos hidden beneath the Santa display. Authorities discovered the thermos was filled to the brim with NyQuil. Meninguez was quoted as saying, "That's Santa's juice. The bitch should have known. Not even Mrs. Claus can have a sip."
Does anything come to mind when I say the username Knife My Wife 13?
I don't. I assume 1 through 12 were taken.
The username KnifeMyWife13 was flagged on the infamous forum site known as 4chan, asking around for any resources for locating hitmen in the area. A police informant directed this user to the false website moneyformurder.gov. The user took the bait and proceeded to schedule several meetings with Brevard County undercover officers posing as hitmen.
So, tell me about your home life. Do you have any marital problems? Is there any strain between you and your wife?
Who?
Your wife.
I love my wife.
Okay.
She is so gorgeous and so funny.
Good.
And we have so much in common.
Like what?
We have the same phone. Look, I'm sorry. I've just been so focused on work, and I haven't really been thinking about my wife at all.
The online transcripts say otherwise, with excerpts such as, "I can't stop thinking about my wife. I want her dead so bad. She's always on my mind. She's always on my hit list."
Tell me, do any of these men look familiar to you?
No. Not unless they're on the nice list.
Cristobal is attempting to use humor as a deflection, avoiding the detective's questions by pretending to be Santa Claus. This is impossible, as the real Santa has a big white beard and a belly like a bowl full of jelly.
Well, I'd say they're all probably on the naughty list, seeing as they're all killers for hire. Yeah, as a matter of fact, they're all men that we believe you hired to kill your wife.
The investigators have in their possession a sizable amount of video evidence of Cristobal meeting and hiring every one of these undercover agents.
Are you Corey?
However, the department still requires a confession, since the perpetrator would always wear a facial covering to mask his identity, some more creative than others.
Killed my wife.
During each of these meetings, Cristobal would detail exactly how he wanted the hitmen to kill his wife, with surprisingly varying instructions every time.
Here's an invite to her birthday. Bring poison. Hit her in the head with this, but with honor. Like a samurai. Push her off a Ferris wheel. I want no blood in her by the end. But make it look like an accident. Completely vaporized. Just shoot her in the head. I don't want her to suffer. Use a drone and a grenade. This is a nunchuck. Hit her with a paint can. Have you seen Breaking Bad? The movie? Here's a rope and a pulley. I assume you'll provide the piano.
This recording stops here, but the agent recalls Meninguez as stating, "It's gotta be a baby grand at least. She survived way worse. She's a beast. Trust me, a Yamaha stand-up won't do the trick."
Why would I hire... Is that even legal? Because how would you trace that? How would you trace that?
Look, it's very important that we find who hired these men, Mr. Meninguez.
I agree.
The detective is hitting a wall here. He's going to employ a new approach in order to get a rise out of Meninguez.
I hate to be the one to tell you this, but unfortunately, your wife was found murdered this morning.
This is an intentional deception. Tabby Meninguez is currently safe and sound at a Ruth's Chris steakhouse courtesy of the Brevard County Sheriff's Office. The detective is legally allowed to lie about such matters in order to draw out a confession. Let's see how Cristobal reacts to such devastating news.
Oh my God. My wife? Who... On Christmas Eve?
Pay careful attention to what happens next.
She was the love of my life.
Did you catch that? The suspect reaches for the salt, then places his fingers directly in his eyes, producing tears in order to enhance his performance.
She was my best friend. She was so ugly. And I'm pretty sure she stole my phone. Like, she must have switched the SIM card or something, because there's a scratch on here that I do not remember. And she's probably cheating on me.
What? You're not certain she's cheating on you?
I mean, I don't know. If you had a penis like mine, hell, I would cheat on me. Can you pass the orgy sauce?
Another thing to note, each of these meetings took place at an Arby's.
He's a brick.
In what is perhaps a harebrained attempt to cover his tracks, Cristobal never once held his meetings at the same Arby's twice. Instead, he traveled to over a dozen Arby's locations across Central Florida. However, this location preference would inevitably be his downfall.
That's all I need for now. I think it's pretty clear you had nothing to do with this.
Thank you. And if I'm being honest, I don't think you had anything to do with this either.
Okay. Well, look, we've been interviewing for a while now. You must be pretty hungry. Me and the boys, I think we're going to grab some dinner. There's an Arby's nearby. You want anything? It's on us.
Arby's?
This is a crucial moment in the investigation. Analysts noticed one menu item always ordered by the suspect at the beginning of these meetings.
Yeah, could I get a roast beef gyro? Hold the tzatziki sauce with extra onion. Extra onion. With extra onion.
Is that it for you?
Do you want anything?
I guess. Yeah, sure. Like a bacon cheddar.
I think it's fair that I deduct it from how much I'm paying you to kill my wife.
The order is just specific enough to link the suspect to an identity.
Maybe a roast beef gyro. Hold the tzatziki sauce.
Anything else?
No?
All right. Well, you sit tight and we'll get that for you.
Wait. Add extra onion.
We got him.
What?
Cristobal Meninguez, you're under arrest for the attempted murder of Tabitha Meninguez.
She's alive?
Yep. She's safe and sound at a Ruth's Chris, no thanks to you.
Oh, okay, but I didn't...
Come on, Cristobal.
Fair, and it's not legal! It's not legal! I'm struggling! I was so careful!
Can I get some help in here?
It's me! I swear to God!
Fucking shoot him!
Cristobal managed to escape, but he was immediately arrested outside the precinct at the closest Arby's. He was quoted by witnesses as saying, "I'll have you killed 12 times just like my bitch wife Taggy, or whatever the shit her name was." Unfortunately, on the very same day, Tabitha Meninguez choked on a ribeye at Ruth's Chris. She died instantly.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
We just want to take a sec to thank the sponsor of this video, nordvpn.com/wizardswithguns.
For those of you who follow our socials, you may have noticed Mike has recently been shilling crypto and promoting fake Ray-Ban promos.
Well, truth is, I was hacked. They got my Instagram, they got my Twitter, and worst of all, my Spotify playlist. Which is crazy because my password was super secure. Look at it. But how did they do this?
It was most likely a man-in-the-middle attack. Michael probably connected to an impersonator's Wi-Fi at a coffee shop.
Or a porn store. Luckily, they only got my social media, but these malicious actors could have gotten access to my banking info or other compromising data.
Like his social security number.
Now that I have NordVPN, all of my internet data is protected by a wall of next-gen security. The threat protection feature blocks trackers, phishing attempts, intrusive ads, malicious websites, and infected files.
Plus, you can switch your connections region to get streaming access to movies and shows that aren't normally available where you live.
So go to nordvpn.com/wizardswithguns or follow the link in the description box below to get a 2-year plan at a huge discount
And an additional 1 month free. When you sign up, there's a risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee.
So try NordVPN today and get peace of mind knowing your data is safe. We want to thank Nord for sponsoring this video.
And thank you for supporting our channel.
High five, Nord. It's for Nord.
This guy, he looks like Daniel Craig, just a little bit.
Okay.
He looks...
Well, that's me. I put that in there to trick you.
You're so handsome.